Welcome back everyone. Today I want to talk to you about today's new moon. Today we have a new moon in a sign of Pisces. We're in a Pisces season, so there's a lot of dreamy energy. If you've been wondering why I feel so out there, why I feel so not grounded, well, I will explain everything. It's not just the new moon. We also have a planetary alignment. Tomorrow, on February 28th, we have planets Saturn, Mercury, Neptune, Venus, Uranus, Jupiter, and Mars in alignment. So the energy is very refreshing, very renewing. And when it comes to this kind of renewing energy, it's just usually we experience it in a very opposite way than we would expect. Like a fresh, renewing energy, often people would think it should be exciting and enthusiastically charged with passion or something like that. But it's just the opposite, and it's due to Pisces. We're in Pisces season. Sun is in Pisces, Moon is in Pisces, and well, Pisces is such an interesting sign. My partner Maya is Pisces, and well, Pisces is the sign that cares the least about being in a limelight or being in a position of in front of the crowd or something like that. They care about nature, they care about water, they care about simple, beautiful, fluid things of life. And in human development, Pisces represents the phase where a soul becomes aware of its multidimensionality. So you go through the process of maturity, ego maturity, self-awareness, and at some point, hopefully, you awaken also spiritually. This is what Carl Jung called the third birth that we go through, which is spiritual awareness. Well, Pisces is the phase where soul becomes aware of its astral life. That's why it's more dreamy, because in Pisces season we are usually unconsciously exploring a lot the astral worlds and having these soul upgrades and what people call DNA upgrades. So that's why people are often a bit out there, not so grounded, because they're going through a spiritual upgrade many times. So that's why this new moon is so powerful, especially with this planetary alignment. Many of you are going through what we call a spiritual upgrade, where you are spiritually evolving. Your mind is evolving. You can connect the dots more easily now. You can feel your intuition more easily now. You can feel less interest into what maybe in the past was so exciting, and you may feel more attraction to simple things of life and development of your naturally born skills and talents, because you know it's deeply connected to why you're here. So I want to share with you 5 things or 5 ways how this new moon may affect you, and maybe also the reasons why you feel so, sometimes we would say, strange during this time. So I'm a very intuitive person, and when I talk with people, especially during this time, I notice that people don't know why they feel so not exhausted, but just not being so present during the time of Pisces. And personally, as I'm an artist, I've noticed that as soon as we entered into a season of Pisces, I became very creative. So I became very driven to create art. I'm a painter as well. And well, if you're in tune with yourself, you may notice that something different started happening in your life around the time when we entered into a season of Pisces. And because of the planetary alignment, there's a very strong energy present here. So you may have profound, vivid dreams. You may have very incredible meditation experiences. And what is also very supported right now is healing of relationships. So the first thing that I actually want to mention with this new moon, how it will affect you, is that, well, it's time for healing relationships. It's time for finding your true people. And true people are people with whom you resonate on soul level, with whom you don't need to explain yourself, from whom you don't need validation or approval. You just resonate immediately. And as I often mention, this effect that's known from physics, the constructive interference, when two similar energies come together, they increase, they become stronger. That's what happens when we meet true people. So during this time, be very open-minded and very open-hearted, because you may meet the people who, well, will introduce you to whole new levels of where you can take relationships, where you can take your social purpose, you know, the purpose you hold inside of you that is related to other people. And with that, you also start healing your relationships with people from the past. So you may notice that memories from the past may be coming up. You may notice that you will feel like called to visit your family, or a person from the past may appear back in your life because there's an unresolved business with that person. That's something I've been talking about the video where I was talking about the planetary alignment. Even though that video is a bit poetic, I've been talking about this. So this is one thing. So the point is that you strengthen your social muscle, your social skills, so you can share your gifts, your light with the world. And during this time, well, interesting events may happen in your life that will propel that purpose of yours forward. And of course, in order to fully manifest your gifts in your body, you need other people, right? You need the right people. So pay attention. If you will feel called or just pulled to visit certain places, or to join certain communities, or to just, start something, start, I don't know, an Instagram account where you could connect potentially with someone. Or, you know, whatever it is, I've just given you a few examples, but really pay attention to what is happening. Maybe some meetings are coming up that are a bit unexpected right now and may introduce you to maybe some, well, beautiful new souls. So pay attention to that. Then the second thing is emotional clarity and inner truth. Well, this is something that's just natural for Pisces. Pisces are so in tune with their emotions. Like Maya, my partner, she's like, when I have troubles, I go to her and I just share what I'm feeling, what I'm going through, and she's like, yes, it's this and that, and you need to do this. And she's such a good listener, and she also understands emotions so well. So if you have people who are Pisces, and if they're in tune with themselves, they're very intuitive, very spiritual, very natural healers. Talk with them. And because we are in this incredible times of Pisces and this planetary alignment, obviously you will be in tune with your body so much more. And well, if there are things out of alignment inside of you, you will feel more disturbed than ever before. You will feel more stressed, you will feel more tired, you may feel even more out of place or exhausted, or you will feel like, I must change something, like it's now or never. And it's like, it's over, like I'm not going back. I'm here to change everything that's necessary so I can level up my life. This is something you may feel, and whatever you feel, go to the source of it. If you don't know how to do it, talk with someone who will help you, because during this time you can experience an incredible healing. It's not that it's just this time that allows you. You can do it anytime, but this time is very supported for this kind of work. But also inner truth. Like most probably, if you go into meditation, you will easily feel what is your truth. So when I say your truth, there is a universal truth and there is your soul truth. And universal truth and soul truth, they're connected. They're like, your soul truth is one aspect of the universal truth. And your soul truth helps you to connect deeper into the universal truth. But because you're here as someone who's learning more about life and the meaning of life and all of this quite mystical part of life, you don't have the whole truth. That's why you feel driven to search, to seek, and to explore. So the point is that you recognize what is really pulling you, what is really interesting to you, and what you would like to explore more of in the near future that would improve your life, that would make your life more meaningful, more rich, more healthy, and all of this. So this is what it means to be connected with your inner truth. And at the same time, your inner truth allows you to have discernment. Like, this doesn't resonate with me. This doesn't speak to me. I don't connect with that. Those are all very powerful energies, because once you fully acknowledge it, you don't need so much of external guidance anymore. You actually need external guidance at that point only to direct you back to your inner truth, and then you will know what to do. So during this time, you're very connected with it. So if you feel disturbed, if you feel exhausted, if you feel tired, or if you feel during this time a bit out there, rather than trying to fix these states, just acknowledge them and go within and see what at this point is the most necessary to you. I was just talking with someone who said to me, I was so excited about all the information, everything that's happening in the world, everything that's happening in the politics and all the truth that's coming out, all of this. Like, I was so into it for the last 3 years. Everything's so exciting because I am looking forward that finally the real truth, the real information comes out. And as more of these things started coming out, he was more excited about it. But now he says, you know what? I'm just not into it anymore. Right now, I just enjoy when I go into the nature, when I'm, doing some hobbies that he's passionate about outside in the nature, and that's it. And this is kind of an explanation of how this energy right now feels like, to going back to basics and simplifying your life during this season of Pisces, and explore your creativity, explore what nourishes your skills, your talents, your God's given gifts, things like that. Then obviously it leads us to the third thing, which is new beginnings. So I've been talking about this for such a long time, and so many people feel that something new is emerging, something new, and it's an energy. It's an energy of something new, and I feel it as freedom. A sense of freedom is emerging. And it's related to community, it's related to connection, but it starts with you. Are you free? Are you living your life more freely as you did in the past? If no, what is still stopping you? And well, freedom is born in the present moment, when you acknowledge how you truly want to live your life. Then you acknowledge your passions. Then you acknowledge your drives, your wills. Like William Shakespeare said, your body is a garden and your wills are its gardeners, right? So are you following your will, or are you following the wills of others? Are you taking care of your own garden? That's where freedom begins. And well, this energy is about creating or finding spaces where you feel seen, where you feel valued, where you feel safe. So look around you and ask yourself, are you truly where you belong? Maybe you are, maybe you're not. Do you have people around you who see you for who you are, who value you for who you are? Are you doing what you value the most and what people find valuable? Because this kind of questions turn us deeper into our purpose. It's not about, searching for purpose. Like the great saying goes, the purpose of life is a life of purpose. You just start doing something that feels purposeful, and then it will lead you to greater revelations of what you can be, right? So it's time to build relationships that bring peace, not drain you. It's time to move toxic, to remove toxic people from your life. And yeah, time to meet the right ones. So be open for that and be open to explore. One thing that I've been so inspired to do during this time is to I just love spending time right now in very public places, in big cities. So almost every single day I've been in the city. So I'm living in a village. I'm surrounded with farms and animals and, well, fields, beautiful fields, quite an interesting place. But I love to go into the city and I love to be surrounded with, crowds of people and just, sometimes I talk with strangers, sometimes I'm just observing and being amazed by that. This is the time for me, like a season I'm in right now, and it's quite interesting. I don't know why, but it inspires me. I get ideas for writing, for making videos, for painting, and it's so interesting for this time. So see where you can find potential new connections and inspirations. Yeah. Then the fourth thing is trusting the flow of change. Well, we are in an incredible time of change. You know that. What's happening in the world, we are in a time of huge change. But I also know you would like to see things move faster, but you can't make it move faster. But, well, with all this planetary alignment and all these shifts that are happening, there's a sense of uncertainty. So the point in this time of change is that you focus on what is emerging. What is emerging is something raw inside of you, something pure inside of you, something clear and loving and truthful. And focus on these things. Focus on the truth. Focus on clarity. Focus on gratitude. Focus on love. Find things you truly love doing and do more of it. This is how to dance with this present energies. It sounds simple, but I see so many people not doing that, focusing on what's falling apart and what will happen there and will the war happen there. Yeah, maybe it will, maybe it will not. But why would you waste your time just, all day long, just focusing on something that may never happen? Even if it will, well, what will you do? What will you do? Will you walk around in panic, or will you know how to center yourself, right? If you know how to center yourself, there's no need to panic. So focus on what is emerging, what is growing. Your life can become a wonderful creation at this point. And just trust the flow of change. Whatever happens, there are things that are out of your control, but trust the flow of change. Trust also how your life is unfolding. As I mentioned to you in many of my previous videos, there's something. You've been through so much, you've been through suffering, you've been through hurts, and you're slowly coming to the point where you will see big rewards for your work. You can't tell when it will happen, but keep moving towards it, because one day you will be surprised and you will be grateful that you haven't lost trust in you. And the last thing, as I mentioned at the beginning, you're spiritually expanding, awakening. And, well, your soul is, how would I say? Alchemists would say it is crystallizing. And crystallization is one of the highest processes before it becomes prima materia, the prime nature, right? So it starts in the darkness, when something breaks you down. Then you move through the darkness, and we call it the dark night of the soul. You move through it, and in the dark night of the soul, you question your life, question everything. Oh, I'm not satisfied with how my life is going. It all sucks. I'm doing something I don't even want to do. And you start kind of redirecting yourself. And as you start redirecting yourself, you notice there's too many things cluttering my life, and you start purifying your life from limiting beliefs, from stories that are not serving you anymore. This is a deep psychological transformation that starts happening to those who are willingly doing that, who are willingly working on themselves. And you also start decluttering your physical space around you. And those who really do this work, they ascend. So they've been through the dark night of the soul, they've been through the white phase, and they come to the red phase, known in alchemy, which is the phase of crystallization. So in the phase of crystallization, we become very aware of our talents, of our God's given gifts, and we start evolving them. We devote our life to its evolution. And partially it happens consciously, partially it happens unconsciously. But what we do consciously, like the great saying, what you do in life echoes in eternity. What you do consciously will affect your soul, it will affect all your energy bodies, and it will make you crystallize. So the byproduct of this process is that you become very firmly grounded in knowing who you are, and you just don't want to waste your time anymore for meaningless superficial things. So it is happening to many people right now, and if you feel that it is happening to you, then just sometimes be patient with yourself, because it's a slow process. It's like planting a flower, and well, sometimes, you know, me and Maya are raising avocados, and with avocados it's so interesting. You put the seed into water and then you wait until it grows, and there are certain avocados that grow, you know, once the seed opens up, they grow slowly in a really small way, but then suddenly in a few days they can grow a lot. And that's same with you. Like there are days where you will feel almost no progress, or there are weeks or even months where you will feel almost no progress and feeling stuck and all of that. But there's something inside of you that's emerging, like a new energy. And then one day it will just blow up and you will be like a whole new person. So be patient with yourself, because what is happening to you right now is exciting, but it's a slow, gradual process. Think about a diamond. It's a slow process until under pressure it becomes, right? It becomes one of the most valuable things we know. So be patient with yourself and look at this time as a time of incredible progress that you're doing physically, mentally, and spiritually. Even if you don't see results of this work, trust that so much of big breakthroughs are coming for you, especially for those of you who are like warriors, who are being persistent, who are having trust and faith, who are having resilience, because those are not easy times, who are having courage in your hearts, right? Big rewards are coming for you. It's not about waiting them, it's about becoming the you know you can be, embodying the future you in this present moment. So you reshape the hurtful parts of you into the blissful you. And this is the process of transformation. So be patient with yourself and know that you deserve everything you've been praying for. Be grateful for it and it will come. I will leave you here. I hope you found great value in today's message. And I want to say big thanks to everyone for choosing to support my art on our store, AttractPassion.com. I want to let you know that we are moving out the last stickers that are right now slowly running out, and they will not come back. So you have still a chance to get the stickers of my art, but once they are gone, they will not come back. So hurry up and see if any of it resonates with you, to have some of the support with you all the time. Check it out on AttractPassion.com under the section stickers, the last opportunity to get them. And also thanks to everyone for joining our Patreon community for more exclusive content. See you there, my friends, and till next time, one love.